It's nearly time for afternoon tea. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me.
Go, Barbara, go! Let's dance!
No, my sword!
Hi? Huh? Oh,
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
huh, huh.
Over here!
Ink! Ow! Huh. Huh. Let the show begin. Hi?
No, my sword! Let me weave you a bow.
Everything's ready. Let's go! Everything's ready. Let's go! I will protect you.
Body and mind. Surprise!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Step on up!
Piece of cake.
Zip on up!
Rain outlines your fate.
Surprise! I must leave no stone unturned.
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Cue the spotlight!
Come a little closer.
Zip on up!
Piece of cake.
No, my sword.
Champion of Mondstadt!
Hmm. Hmm.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
As you wish. Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Rain outlines your fate.
You're in for a little shock.
Heroes leave no stone unturned. Rain Cutter! Huh?
Be amazed!
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Today's no good for going out. Did I say that yesterday as well?
Leave it all to me.
No, my...
Let me read you a verse.
Surprise!
Come a little closer.
Body and... I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. I missed a spot. Leave it all to me.
No, my sword! Let the magic begin! Over here!
Rain cutter.
Try not to enjoy this too much. You're in for a little shock.
Surprise!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Rain outlines your fate.
Come a little closer.
I have some... No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Guhua. Be amazed!
Steady as stone.
Ad Astra Ab... Thank you for Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally, someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, they disappeared too quickly for it to... Right, but...
So you'd like us to investigate the spot?
Exactly, you're right on...
Yeah, we're just really experienced in this kind.
Well, I'm glad...
But don't we just need to investigate?
No, you mustn't let your guard down. Yes, you're both Outlanders. The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Pelxie.
A child-eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said even though the tales vary regarding it, and once it finds a child, it uses it...
Sounds kinda scary.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real... Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walking...
So you mean someone really got eaten by...
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Araneus. That's no laughing matter if you have... Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the... Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our...
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water...
Is this the stretch of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find any... Wait! Did you hear something just now? What is that? Don't come any closer!
Paimon? Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this. Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it...
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say?
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else is trying to investigate the...
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated. Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop. Following her request...
Huh?
Yeah, but, it's alright though. She'll be...
Huh. Even though you seem...
The fish? I think These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. So, all that about the disappearing fish?
So that's all it was? That actually...
Yes, I think that's quite like.
So in the end, it was just Fremine! Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back. Thank you.
Actually, how much work do you still have left, Fremine? Maybe we could lend you a hand.
Thanks for offering. But I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding... Exactly! So if we...
Is that what... Huh. All... I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come...
Whoa, sounds pretty advanced. Let Paimon get... So that's Fremine's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
I wanted to install a language output module, but due to time constraints, As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most...
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately...
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me. Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case. Okay. You're...
Taking on a
Then let's move on to the underwater part. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine. Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special... Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Ah, Fremine, you're back.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor.
Oh, they're two of my...
Yes, I see. I suppose it's...
It's really nice to meet you, Madame Destray. Are you Femine's employer?
Greetings, my new friends. Just...
Oh, Oh, do you really think so?
Of course.
Obsessed with...
Ah, so you don't know anything about...
Well, Fremini told us that it was a private matter.
I see. So, but it would be quite impolite of...
Sure, you can tell us anything.
Ah, what a lovely... Simply put, parents came up with a story. Painting water imps as scary
In fact...
Yes. He told me that...
Huh. So he wanted...
Thank you, little Paimon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
If you...
The family doctor has already
Huh?
Uncontrollable delusions. To...
Then what
It's a dream that he often mentioned.
Amazing.
But perhaps no beautiful...
How could the story end like this?
Well, it'd be more
My poor child can no longer differ...
perhaps in his mind.
What? So,
Alas, most of the time he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several... He once wanted to make a picture book of his
so Zuria's son also
What we should do now is help him. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him...
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does...
Because we need to treat the book story serious. But my child can...
Like a stand-in for...
There are some ruins on the seabed.
Oh, so we'll just need...
Sadly, no.
So we'll be playing it...
It's all right. There's no need to get... Keep your spirits up, everyone. We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water and the...
Understood. There's also one...
That's great news. I must... All right, everyone. Let's...
Zuria, sure...
Let's discuss that over by...
What is it, Fremine?
If things don't quite...
Fremine, what?
It's not that I'm not optimistic.
So that...
No. They say they're... And from the case...
What? Yeah, that's right.
Really?
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as... After all, we'll just be using a toy...
Well... But if we can help him regain...
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now.
Well... So...
What Penguin Town? Why does it... Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just... Anyway... Penguin Town is a peaceful place, with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at... And Pear is the town...
Pear? But didn't you make...
Well...
Fremine.
No, I don't think so. It might just be hidden.
Specific times? Like,
Yeah.
really? Paimon just...
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? I have a similar...
Really? Like a mirror?
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Felxie's web?
Right. Thanks for all of your help.
Come a little closer.
Yep. Leave it all to me. Over here!
Come a little closer.
This will be interesting.
I'll bring my seasonings.
I'll keep an eye on.
Oh dear. Everyone's laundry is still on the line. May I be excused to fetch
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment.
You're in for a little shock.
Hip. Hip. Hup. 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 Here. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Come a little closer.
Yep.
Freeze!
You're in for a little.
Surprise!
Dodge this!
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Oh, so sorry. Cool it!
Come a little closer.
Hip. Hip. Hup.
He-
Over here!
Freeze!
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should. I'll catch up.
Surrendering will be gentle. You're in for a little shock.
Cue the spotlight!
Hip, hop, dip. Hip, here. Hip. Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
May knowledge guide you. Is it time for a magic
One Wind Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in...
Feel free to look around. There's no obligation to buy.
We're looking for the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide. Do you have it in stock?
Sorry, dear. We stopped stocking that a very long time ago. It just wasn't selling.
Huh? But the Mondstadt volume was so interesting.
The thing is, the author made it too personal, and it barely sold any copies. And the few travelers...
Well, that's a shame. The Mondstadt volume was a good read, even just as an adventurer's diary.
The fact remains that I don't have it in stock. If you must read it, try your luck at Chang the Ninth's place.
Who's Chang the Ninth?
A book collector who lives in Qingce Village. He's a complete grouch, but he will behave himself if the conversation is about books. He was a regular customer here back when he lived in Liyue Harbor, and I still send him the odd out-of-print book or two every now and then.
Did somebody say out-of-print books? Is there a chance that Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd is also in his collection? Apologies, my liege. Where are my manners? My name is Sing Cho, a humble literature enthusiast who happened to be passing by. Since you and I are both in search of lost books, what say we travel together to Mount Qingce and pay a visit to Chang the Ninth? My pleasure, fellow book lover.
Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting.
Buying or not, auto reconfiguration is an essential function.
What do you think, cutie?
May the Lord of Hero protect you and fortune find you.
What do you think, cutie?
Someone needs.
No, my sword!
Come a little... You're in for a little shock.
Leave it all to me. Rain outlines your fate. Over here! Rain cutter!
The heavens are smiting me to smithereens. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Do you have any idea what that means? Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them, and now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you. Goodbye. Off you go. Go on, go.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd. There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, But over time, it was the work that came to define the genre of martial arts novels and sparked a plethora of imitation works. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare, I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes, it is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the Corlapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, you again. But you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price. I'd never be able to buy my collection back.
That's your business. The question is, do you want your books, or do you want food on your plate? Perhaps you'd like to take your books with you to an early grave.
You...
Whoa there, friend. Come on. This gentleman is either willing to make a deal or he's not. You can't force him to sell against his will.
Just who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of other people's business.
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his moment of need. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua clan.
Guhua clan? Did you hear this clown? He thinks he's a Guhua master in this day and age. Oh, there was me thinking the last granddads of Guhua had keeled over and died by now.
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend. That just makes me someone trying to do the right thing. But you? The weasel who does the tiger's bidding may be less powerful than his master, but he is no less guilty.
Get a load of this guy. Just you wait. You'll be sorry you crossed me. And you, Chang? You're selling that Corlapis whether you like it or not.
Oh, how the wolves prey upon the fallen tiger. My days are numbered.
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody to care about me anymore. But since you did stick up for me, please, just take this book and leave me in peace.
3 long years I have waited for this day. Words cannot express my gratitude. I, Xingqiu, vow to repay this great act of generosity.
All right, give it a rest. Just bring it back when you're finished. Sorry, but I'm not about to put my hopes in some self-professed Guhua disciple.
Hey, where are you going? We've still got a job to do over here.
I hope we find long-lost ancient literature. Body and mind. Time to act. Body and mind. Time to act.
fresh the air is here.
So, you like reading, huh, Mr. 5-second hero?
Oh, amazing! I never saw that coming.
Hello? Shincho? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Chang the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Chang the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Chang the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it to the Goofball clan. What you lack in numbers and talent, you make up for in guts. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Goofball clan? I meant Gu-Hua clan. That's what you goofballs call it, right?
There's a saying that goes, the insect that shakes the oak tree ludicrously overestimates its ability.
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
Please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader.
It's cute that you want to stick your neck out for Chang and all. But you picked the wrong time, you little punk. I brought the Fatui to back me up. A whole army of you and your little Gu-Hua buddies wouldn't be able to help you now.
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict. Why should I cower in the face of evil?
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for you to learn your lesson.
Are you
Time to act.
here to play
I must
with
leave no
me?
stone unturned.
The more
No, my sword!
merrier.
Let the magic begin!
Time to act.
As a dutiful maid would. Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone.
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing, not a vision. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This isn't over.
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me again. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do? Are you sure you're not just using us as your errand runners?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Paimon just wants to slap him right in his stupid face! Fine. But, as per tradition, Paimon gets to pick an ugly nickname for him. From now on, he shall be known as... Guhua Geek!
You go first. No need to wait for me. One more page and I'll go and stretch.
I'll catch up.
Surprise! He...
No pain, no gain.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Drop! Starball! Drop! Starball! Drop!
A reward on the road.
I'll keep this close. I'll keep this close.
Who goes there? Really? He didn't mention it. The Master's dealing with some urgent business today.
Urgent business? What if?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone. No, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Shinya Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more important things to do than talking to rude guards like you. Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on our minds when my master's busy negotiating a big business deal with your boss.
Thank you. May your business forever be blessed by the Lord of Geo.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Is that so? Now Paimon knows not to let your wily ways get the better of her in the future. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case, let's get ourselves over to the Shinue kiosk. Seems business is booming at the Shinue kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
Is this an answer from this world?
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
The subordinate I sent was not quite so optimistic in his appraisal. Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran into a minor procurement problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this transaction. But if it is not completed in time, you may suddenly find our goodwill comes at a price you cannot afford.
I understand. I am indebted to you for your protection. You know I would not dream of disappointing you, don't you?
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Mr. Gentry Moutsai is colluding with the Fatui. Who knows if Guwa Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him?
Lee cuisine is inedible.
Your cuisine is disgusting.
You said you had other things to look into, as if when actually all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, my liege, for reasons that I cannot explain, there is no need for you to read the contents of the letter. When the time comes...
Ugh, this writing is
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who can understand it.
But why would you want to get them involved? They're one of... Since we got to Liyue, Paimon keeps hearing people mention it. Seems they oversee a lot of business that goes on around here. Having such big backing would be great and all, but are you sure they'd want to help?
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth in this letter, they will certainly be moved to action. Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. This is also... I do not wish for anyone else to know of my involvement in this.
Why not? You're only doing this to try and help Chang the Ninth, right?
to silently disappear at the matter's conclusion, concealing one's name and contribution. This is the chivalrous thing to do. To savor the memory is amp. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of gratitude.
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book. Don't...
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone from the guild should be able to receive you near Lioli Pavilion.
Hey! Stop ignoring Paimon! Excuse us, we come bearing news of a matter required.
A letter? Oh, I see. This again. Oh, don't mind me. I was just
Can we actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is in honored guess. You must both be wary from your long journey. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. Please take a seat here in Lioli Pavilion.
Yay! Tasty snacks!
Of course. We treat visitors with the Please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out, or turned away at the door. Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than for him to correct the error of his ways. He must feel for himself the same suffering he has inflicted on Chang the Ninth. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in Liu. That will put him in a rather sticky situation. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in Tevat would be unable to make their product.
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things up between him and the Fatui. But Liu is huge. Is it really possible to buy up every last bit of core lapis in the harbor?
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. Hence, as stated in the letter, we must ask for your further cooperation in the matter. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to buy from. I've marked their respective... There is also some unsold core lapis at the... Finally, there is...
Alrighty, so 3
Of course. We are not expecting you to cover the costs.
Wow, so many mora! With cash like this...
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something like this. It's just par for the course now. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will handle the transportation and other trifling matters. Once you have purchased all the core lapis, please proceed to the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for... Let's do this in the order the guy said.
Hi, anything you want? Well, that's sad. None are in... Oh, it's for... Oh, don't worry about my prior client. Thank you for your patronage.
Oi! Shh! All of it? Though my business may not seem so big, I should warn you that I can get what you need. All of it would be far more than you actually want. A Fayoun Commerce Guild? Well, why didn't you say so? If it's for the Fayoun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line, and I'll start getting things in order right away. My friend, what can I get you?
Good day, my friend. Oh, I thought you were... No, too much hassle, not enough return. What? No. All right. I'll clearly no shortage.
I should open a store here. Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
You can't beat the atmosphere here.
catch up.
Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me.
Starfall!
Over here.
Rain outlines your fate.
Oh, I'm looking
Body and mind. Body and mind.
Hello there. Are you in charge of the core lapis here?
Aha, finally. I thought you... As it happens, I do have the original buyer's price.
Are you serious? We spent...
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine. You could...
All right. We'll pay, even if it is a ridiculous price. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price.
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but we'll have a tough time explaining to our boss why we spent so much in one. If he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say...
I understand. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the... I don't know where exactly, but if I can't retrieve the goods... So... maybe you could go and look for the carts? There should be 5 of them in total. If you can find them all and tell me where they are, I'll sign the contract right away. Oh, thank you very much. This is a lot to ask, I know.
That's that, then. Well, no time to lose. Come on!
Why the long face?
Time to act. Body and mind. Time to act.
Oh, yeah! We make a note of...
Time to act.
Steady as stone.
No, my sword!
Another one down. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Leave it all to me. Drop!
Freeze! What's the hurry?
Starfall! That's it, all right. Let Paimon Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. full, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks. I'll catch up. Here, we've made a note of the cart's locations. All 5 of them. Can you sell us the core lapis now?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you both. Yes, let's make this official. I also hope you could put in a good word with your boss for me?
Done and dusted! Yeah! We make a great team, don't we? Now for the final stop on our core lapis crawl. To Chang the Ninth's place.
Just who I was hoping to see. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing from them again.
Oh? What happened? Huh? Oh, I see now. You're in this trade too. So you're trying to beat him to the post, eh? Appearances can be deceiving, that's for sure. But I don't care who you are. A discount of 70% is simply impossible. The maximum I can do is 40% off, and even then I'm only breaking even.
No need. We'll take it at the market rate.
You mean you're not trying to force the price down? What's going on? I can't believe it. I will make a profit on this batch after all. But gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've sold it.
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd better believe they're not gonna bother.
Huh. Okay, then. My situation can hardly get worse from... But tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over. I really don't know what to say.
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty people. Anyway, let's get going, because apparently we have a show to watch at the Feiyun Commerce Guild's warehouse.
Someone needs assistance.
Now I can get back everything I lost.
Outrider Amber, report. Wow, these will come in handy.
Oh, I'm looking.
I must leave no stone unturned. Ooh, wonderful.
Welcome. The final act in this drama would not be complete without you two here as audience.
You better believe it. We're the ones who've been doing all the work. What exactly have you been...
Well, naturally, I used the time to immerse myself completely in Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I'm Divine Halberd, an ominous sword, Mir and Wei Yang. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes, nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words fail me. How blessed we are to have such an author grace our world with such works.
And this is related to Gentry Meltsai how?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must show one's appreciation. And it is thanks to your help that everything will play out just as I had foreseen.
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going on? No fair. So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic showdown thing that's supposed to happen?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for core lapis all over Liyue Harbor, and he doesn't find a single piece. He panics. Without the goods, he can't fulfill his contract. And if he can't fulfill his contract, he can't stay in good standing with the Fatui. He hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. Panic turns to disbelief. Gentry Moutsai is a hugely powerful figure in the business world. Never has anyone dared to target him, so regardless of whether it is revenge or—
So it was you! You—
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find core lapis is hardly a rare—
We are not persecuting you. Was it not one of your own men?
You clearly don't— Master, if you please.
Steady as stone. Drop! Ha!
No, my sword!
You're open!
Rain outlines your fate.
Time to clean up. Leave it all to me.
Let me weave you a verse.
Don't get frostbite.
Impressive. You are no commoners. To continue this fight would be to incur greater losses than I can accept.
Their strength is almost spent. Finish them off! The core lapis is almost within our grasp.
Might I remind you that the Fatui's relationship with you extends—
What are you saying?
Then figure it out by yourself.
Don't go. Wait.
My lord, what are you doing here?
Thanks to this valiant young woman.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the—
Indeed, my liege. I am—
Drats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation. I shudder to think what the Fatui will do with you if you fail to provide their core lap.
You meddling swine. Well, go on. Tell me, what will you sell it for?
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for a discount of 70%, let's fight fire with fire, shall we? 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you subject me to such viciousness? This is a malicious and calculated attempt to run me into the ground.
Deep breaths now. This is a simple decision. Will you buy or not?
Fine.
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for your business and hope you will continue to do business with us in future.
You? Funny speaking, book reading, guhua geeking Xingqiu are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very sound investment while putting Gentry Moutsai in his— You're too kind. You have valor in your heart, and that is—
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Guhua Geek this whole time. Paimon read in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off. Paimon's toast, and sorry, very sorry. Please don't hurt Paimon.
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the Ninth for me. I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The two of you, meanwhile, though strangers to the circumstances, stepped in and saved the day. To have made such valiant and chivalrous friends is more than enough for me, my liege.
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate for my prior transgressions and earn me a few more days of freedom, perchance? Legend of the Shattered Halberd speaks of a domain that I should very much like to investigate.
For all your clever long words, the fact is you're just a lazy bones who doesn't want to
What if I told—
A reward? Well, that's...
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
Someone needs assistance.
Time to act. Time to act. My family makes ornate umbrellas that block neither rain nor shine. Their sole purpose is for decoration upon a wall.
Finally, you're back. This morning, the pawnbroker showed up and gave me back my entire collection. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means to me. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business setbacks devoured our fortune. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to its former glory. In the end, everything was riding on this Cor Lapis deal. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains...
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this town.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing?
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is centuries old, and was once held in high esteem. But now it has faded beyond recognition. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. And so it becomes a vicious cycle. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? You're the... what does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the Liyue volume of the... It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small... My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall.
Oh. That little rascal surely isn't...
Body and mind.
Ooh, you're taking me out?
Just what will we come across this time? I can't wait any longer!
An assassin from our homeland, or a fool who trespasses upon the waters of Chingsa. Coveting the shapes of the living, pure water can take on many forms. In this way, shall water deliver your punishment.
Ease up a little. You're in for a little shock.
The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Freeze!
I must leave no scuba! Get them!
Come a little closer.
Without solid ground, terrestrial creatures become simply helpless. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Steady as stone. I'm the fried pan. It's...
Cool it!
Leave it all to me.
One who is ignorant of water's treasures fails also to comprehend its horrors.
As a dutiful maid would. Steady as stone. Nice and spicy.
Dodge this! What's the hurry?
Come a little closer.
I must leave no scuba. Get them!
Cool it!
Let's see what happens when you lose your foothold. The power of water is its ability to take any shape.
Steady as stone.
Oh, so sorry. Freeze!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Cool it!
Come a little closer.
I must leave no stone unturned.
As long as rain falls and rivers flow, water will exist forever.
Leave it all to me.
Dodge this!
Nice and spicy.
Come a little closer. Surrendering and be gentle. Come a little close.
Freeze!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Out of the frying pan.
Cool it! What's the hurry?
Steady as stone.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little close.
Nice and spicy.
Freeze!
Race you. You're toast.
You're in for a little shock.
Boba, get them. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. needs assistance. Out of the frying pan, into the fire! I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. Leave it all to me.
Cool it!
Come a little closer.
Here.
You?
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Boba, get them!
catch up. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone.
You're in for a little shock.
Nice and spicy.
Freeze!
Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.